Why, hello everybody. This is Black Phantom What Ifs, and welcome to the 16th time I've recorded this, not on phone. This is the first time recording on phone. But, welcome to What If Izuku learned a breathing technique, or was in Demon Slayer. Thus being, I will say, he's not isekai'd, he is there, he was born there. And that's it. He was born there, nothing else. Nothing from this. So we start off with a young 13-year-old Izuku Komodo and Tanjiro Komodo going down to the cannon stop doing basically they're doing cannon. They went down to place sell stuff, sell like coal or whatever. And yeah, of course, because there's two people, Tanjiro is older than Izuku by a little bit. Um, in the sense of they're not twins, but they're not, you know. Um, yeah. So Izuku and Tanjiro go down, and everything goes like canon. They have to stay the night. They both stay the night, and yeah. So when they go back up, they basically stuff happens in canon, except for this time, Izuku's there and he's going. He ends up just going, and during when Nezuko's in her like little bit of anger, when they start to when Tanjiro and Nezuko start to fall, Tanjiro has been carrying Nezuko. She claws like right beside or right in the snow where Izuku was, causing part of the ground to break right by Izuku and Izuku to plummet and hit his head. Thus, in turn, Izuku losing his memories. Of course, Tanjiro and Nezuko's thing goes as canon while they go, and now, of course, Tanjiro has the resolve to get Nezuko back to human. He also has the want to bring or find Izuku. So Izuku hit his head on something, coincidentally lost his memories in the process, and that he was found by the guy who taught Zenitsu and Kagaku thunder breathing, and Izuku and took him in, and Izuku really only remembers his name, regular name, like Izuku. Doesn't know his last name, or forgot basically everything other than being named Izuku. Everything else was blank. And Izuku is, hold up. Izuku. Izuku learned all 6 forms of thunder breathing, thus being able to. He uses his best form right now, which I'm gonna say is Thunder Swarm, which is he changed to Thunder Barrage, which basically, if you don't know what thunder breathing third form is, Thunder Swarm, it's basically the user surrounds the enemy in waves of arc lightning, and attacks them from all directions, basically causing like arc lightning blades, I guess you could call it, in like certain in those directions in speed. Um and yeah. So basically, Izuku changed it to Thunder Barrage, third form Thunder Barrage. Of course, he can still, if he really wants to say, he can say Thunder Swarm. It just only does 1. The max he'll do by the end of this series is 5. That's all I'll say. Of course, he can put 1 on each opponent, but he can put up to 5 on each opponent when he trains long enough. And yeah, so yeah, that's his best form. His second best is Thunderclap Flash, going to twofold. He hasn't learned twofold fully yet. Basically, twofold just makes him twice as fast as normal. And oh my god, this is like hurting my brain. I had to record this. So yeah, Izuku learned that stuff. He really didn't talk to Kagaku, more talked to Zenitsu than anyone else. Than the other Kagaku. Izuku's lightning breathing was a little different from the other two's. His was purple, It's a little stronger than regular lightning, but is weaker than black lightning. Um, and yeah, so Izuku's and of course everything still goes the same. And Izuku and or they train Ken and stuff with Zenitsu happens and he gets struck by lightning, of course, and all that stuff. Um, in now we go to the Demon Slayer exams. Of course, as this is happening, he's been training for 2 years. He can produce up to three. Right now, he can produce only up to three of his thunder barrage. However, and he can only do probably about half the speed of twofold. So he can't go as fast. He goes basically 1.5 faster than, or he goes half fast, a little more faster than the regular thunderclap and flash. Um, in the final selection, he basically, of course, he makes sure Zenitsu actually goes the final selection and makes it through. At least they split up eventually though, and Izuku just goes and kills demons, of course, and he saves some people. However, they ended up dying in the end. And yeah, so in the end of the final selection, there was, instead of 6, there were 7 participants, thus being including Izuku. Izuku's type of weapon, or Izuku's types of sword. So we now go to the finishing forging swords. Of course, everything in canon still happens where they explain the ranks and whatever. Yeah, all that happens, and in the end, Izuku picks a nice one. He, of course, when the bladesmith comes by, the bladesmith is hoping for a red Nichiren blade. Not gonna get it. Izuku's blade is black, of course, mixed with this purple. Zenitsu's sword is like, it's kind of like Zenitsu's sword, like where it has the lightning thing, the lightning type thing emblem on, or the lightning on it, and that's what it looks like. Except for it has a black and instead of the yellow lightning, it's purple. So, Izuku doesn't have green hair. He does not have green hair. The only hair Izuku does have is, so he has a red type hair, but at the ends it's purple, thus representing purple lightning. Thus proving his dad's side was more predominant in the process. Yeah, so Izuku and Zenitsu go their separate ways to fight. Izuku going on a mission, and Zenitsu doing just whining, trying to find a girlfriend. Izuku has to fight this one demon, which is their ability is called Sharp and Nailed, or their blood demon are called Sharp and Nail, or Giant Sharp Nail. Yeah, I know, I've lost it to ideas for that, but it's basically, as it explains in the blood demon art, basically just allows the person to have longer, or be able to grow immediately longer nails, and they're sharp. They can basically cut through rock with ease. So Izuku goes into contact with this demon. It really only preys on young Mel. It's a female itself, but it takes off, or it steals the victim's legs and arms. However, leaves the torso and head, as well as like the waist. Basically, that it just only takes the arms and legs, as well as takes all important jewelry and whatnot, and then just leaves their body pretty gruesome. And then so Izuku starts fighting this one. His first move he chose to do the heat lightning. So he caught it off guard, did heat lightning. I should explain how he first encountered the demon. He first encountered the demon by using this kimono. He changed his kimono and put on this basically he basically what he has, but except for instead of this pattern, it's more of like yellow and orange, kind of like how Zenitsu has it, but orange and black. No, sorry, I don't know, purple and dark purple. There we go. Purple and dark purple are the two colors on the kimono. should change that later. But purple and dark purple are the two on the kimonos, on that kimono. And yeah, you guys can just sort free with that. So in the full battle, so basically, yeah, he hides his kimono. He has his demon slayer attire and hides his sword in like the kimono itself. So when the demon tries to attack him, he went out in the middle of the night. He used he used the rice spirit, which basically when the demon was about to hit him, he used the second form rice spirit, which basically just cut off its arm. Because if you don't know what the second form does, because you might have not known, it releases 5 arc slashes accompanied by lightning in quick succession, basically meaning he can put anybody he wants 5 slashes, and they have the technical, I think, ability to stun, maybe, and that's for that move. So he chopped off their arm, and they're going at it now. They went for probably around 10 minutes just going back and forth. Then two demons come out of this weird vortex. A demon who's made the portal, their blood demon art is called Warp. They can only warp specific things, and they have to have a pure visual on where they have to teleport. So if they're they have to be more level-headed than really anything. I know it can be pretty broken, but at the same time it can also be their downfall. And then the other one is basically, I'll explain later. So they all try to fight. The other two join in trying to attack Izuku. Izuku goes against them for like around, because the other two aren't really accompanied for full on fighting. So Izuku uses the thunder. He goes down into like a position like this. Like he has his hand on his sword, and he's in like this crow position, and he says thunder breathing, third form, thunder barrage. And then once he does that, he sends 3 instead. Yeah, he can, because he can only use 3 right now. He sends 3, 1 to each of them, and they all cut a piece of their body part off. Basically, okay, I should explain. The demon with the warp is a male, and the demon with the blood demon art I have not said yet is a female. So there's 2 females, 1 male. If you're wondering why the demon only took arms and legs, is because of course their blood demon art is taking the nail. They usually take the nails off of their victim and really only eat the legs. And that's it. And then the other 2 were just kind of just hunting somewhere else, and then decided to join in to try to kill the Slayer. In the battle, though, yeah, Izuku just fights and fights and fights, and then, of course, as I said, he used the third form, Thunder Barrage, which basically just put up 3 of those waves, arc lightning flashes. Basically, I'll change this move a little bit, because if you're like, oh, I've read the manga, yeah. Basically speaking, like time's super slowed when those lightning things are placed. And then they'll go at normal. They'll go like, I guess, normal speed, or they'll go fast, but easily. A normal demon could probably just, if they had good reaction time, be able to dodge it. Of course, they're good demons. They got overly cocky, and they forgot about the 5th one for each of them, except for the warp demon. Basically, the warp demon lost is leg. The demon that I haven't seen, I'll name that demon I'll name it the mirror demon. There we go. You'll know why when I explain its blood demon art. And the nail demon. The mirror demon lost their arm. And then the other demon, the nail demon, lost their leg. So the nail demon has 1 arm, 1 leg, so that and then the other 2 are just missing. The male's missing a leg, and the other female is missing an arm. So they in this now, Izuku's kind of had enough and just got really annoyed fighting them. of course, he because he's also exhausted by now, right? He's fighting 3 demons using like very strong moves. He's tired. I'm not gonna. He's not overpowered. He's tired. Like, so he's like, okay, screw it. I'll just end it in one. I'll just end it in like 3 moves. So the first move he goes into position kind of like the thunderclap and flash. And he says thunder breathing, 6th form, rumble and flash, which if you don't know what it does, a series of powerful long range lightning attacks that strike his opponent from afar, basically long range attack. So he hits the nail demon, killing it, because what did he get to do? Lost its arm and leg. The warp demon basically got like cut in half. Was alive by this point still, like, right? Because and the mirror demon lost their leg. Or no, didn't lose their leg because they used their blood demon art. Their blood demon art is or refraction. That's why I call refraction, which is why I called it the mirror demon. Basically, this demon's blood art, it basically allows them to, if they're damaged enough, to almost turn the tide of battle and reverse the attack. Izuku, of course, dodged it and then threw another one. And this, the blood demon art only works every like once in a while. It's not 100%. It's more like a 50-50 flip the coin. Of course, the demon lost the second flip, so demon ended up dying, or demon ended up losing their 2 bottom legs, so they're just one armed. And Izuku goes up, and of course he's drenched in sweat at this point. He's exhausted, and he slays the demons. Of course, he's compassionate. He prays for them, hope they find good life and whatnot, and then leaves. Thus, being that is going to be the end of the video, though. I've recorded for 17 minutes, longer than all my other ones. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Black Phantom What Ifs out. Bye, guys.